Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another book vlog. Y'all asked for more book content, and you're getting it. I am committing right now, okay? We're gonna pinky promise, okay? Don't be nervous, put your pinky out there.
I promise you, you will.
I am not finishing this vlog until my manuscript is done, okay? I'm holding myself to it. This vlog will conclude with me submitting my manuscript. But until then, I'm just gonna take you along with me over the next few days as I try to finish up. Let's start by discussing the timeline, okay? I had to double check. My manuscript is due July 29th, which is a Friday. I am actually filming this on a Friday, July 15th, so 2 weeks before my manuscript is due. However, there are some little bumps in the road between now and then that are going to alter my trajectory. So I am leaving on Saturday the 23rd to go to Bridget's to host our live event in York, Pennsylvania. I will not be back until the 27th, and that's just too close of a window for me. So this whole time, my plan was to finish before leaving for Bridget's on the 23rd. However, if you back up 2 days before that, on Thursday the 21st, it is Billy's birthday and we are going out to dinner. I don't want to be stressed with trying to get my book finished up. So my real goal, actually I'm going to give you two real goals. My real goal is to have it done Wednesday, July 20th, but secretly, okay, if y'all can keep a secret, I would really like to have it done Tuesday the 19th.
I kept the secret. I kept the secret so good.
Just to give myself a little more wiggle room. And I know I'm gonna be stressed leading up to the trip to Bridget's because we have a lot that we're still, getting together for that live event. Although by the time this goes up, I will already have a vlog that went up from the live event. So hopefully it went well, but that's what we're looking at. And I know y'all secretly just came here for the Ember content. She has been very good by my side the entire way. She gets plenty of ball throws in between writing chapters, don't worry. So now let's talk progress. I believe the last vlog I made is when I was writing my introduction, or maybe chapter 1. It's all a blur now, but my targeted word count for the book is 45,000 words, which will end up being a little bit over 200 pages. Currently, I'm looking at my Google Doc. I have written 34,357 words. So I have a little over 10,000 left. My book is an introduction and then 10 chapters. I have written the introduction and 7 chapters, which means I have 3 left. And my original targeted word count for each chapter was like 4,300, but hello Ember. My first 3 chapters were a little bit longer, so that means my last 3 chapters will be a little bit on the shorter side. But I have to be honest, I'm feeling proud of myself because I have written in just the past 8 days, like 25,000 words, so over half the book. And in just the past 3 days, I've written over 11,000 words. So I want to keep the motivation rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and start chapter 8 before it's time to, take a break and eat a snack. And of course, who's keeping me company? Say hi. All right, let's go throw a ball. So while I throw a ball with Ember, let's talk about taking breaks. I have found through this process that I can work for an hour, like that's a good amount of time, and then I need to take a break. Not a long break, just 5 to 10 minutes to kind of step away from the computer and give my brain a break. So I typically use that as an opportunity to throw a ball with Ember. I'll grab a snack, maybe a little caffeine, and then I get back to work. I also will take breaks by going for walks, but remember in my last vlog when I said I was going without AirPods so I could think during my walk? That is no longer the case. It is too dang hot in Texas, y'all. It has been highs of 108 with a feels like of 112.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
I can't function in that kind of heat, or at least my brain can't function. My body's fine, my brain is not. So I've been using my walks as a way just to decompress and get my brain off of the writing. So needless to say, I'm listening to a lot of Office Ladies and thoroughly enjoying it. But I did want to show you my little present to myself. So I decided to come up with a reward for the halfway point and then the end point. My halfway reward was a new pair of shoes. My last pair of shoes I got when I was training for the Boston Marathon, so that was like almost 5 years ago, and I desperately needed a new pair. So I treated myself to these. They are the Brooks Ghost. These are by far my favorite running shoes. I've had like 6 or 7 different pairs of them. These are the Ghost 14, and of course I got all black. You shouldn't be surprised. Now my reward at the end for completing my manuscript is actually a beach day with Bridget, which is why I wanted to have the manuscript done before I leave for that trip. The day after our live event, we are driving to Rehoboth Beach, doing a little girls' day at the beach, spending the night, and then I have to unfortunately fly back home, but I'm very much looking forward to it, just as a way to kind of relax after the past stressful several weeks. But while we're talking about motivation, when I was at Bridget's at the end of June, I kind of had a come to Jesus moment with myself, if you will. I realized, okay, Michelle, you've got like 3 weeks and 9 chapters to write. So you're gonna have to write 3 chapters a week. And I kind of spaced it out on my calendar, and I know myself, I love checking things off a to-do list, okay? There is not much in this world that brings me more joy than feeling productive. So when I was on the plane flying home from Bridget's, I actually sat on my phone on Google Tasks and I started bulleting out everything that I had to do. So I'm gonna try to show this to you without a glare, but yep, there's a glare. Okay. That's good enough. So this is under my like future to-dos. And if you notice, for each chapter, I broke it into writing the story, the lesson, the strategies, and then the like homework. So my chapters are each designed to start with a story from my experience. Then I talk about what I learned from that and how other teachers can learn from that as well. I share 3 strategies of how to actually implement that in your teaching. And then I give you a little bit of homework. So like detailed next steps of like, here's what you need to do, because I feel like a lot of books are vague and then you don't know how to actually apply them to your life. So I have been checking those off as I go. And I will say it makes me feel very motivated. Another thing I've been doing, and y'all are gonna think this is ridiculous, but welcome to my life. I created a little emoji checklist, if you will, but not a checklist. Here's what I mean. It's like a progress tracker. So this is what it looks like. This is just in the notes app on my phone. So I listed out the different chapters, and then I also created little milestones. And they all started out with the gray checkmark emoji. And then as I finish it, I turn it to the green checkmark emoji. And I texted to Bridget, sometimes Billy if he's not home, but it's been nice to go back and like look at my progress visually, but then I can also like track in the text messages where it's like, oh, a week ago I was only at this point. And I think Bridget thinks I'm ridiculous every time I send it to her, but it brings me joy, makes me happy. It is the next day, Saturday, and I'm spending the entire day writing. Billy is actually driving to Houston to get a suit for his cousin's wedding in September. Houston is the closest option for him because he has to get a specific suit because he is a groomsman, which means I have several hours of uninterrupted writing time and I am taking full advantage. I've already spent about 2 hours this morning at my computer. I just went downstairs and made myself some brain food. This is just plain oatmeal mixed with protein powder. And then I've been loving like the frozen berries at the store. You get them in like a big bag and I add those in and you get a mixture of like hot and cold and sweet and tart. And it's hopefully gonna help fuel some writing today. Boy, I am just now looking at my appearance, but I am happy to report chapter 10 is done. I just sent my little emoji update with the green check mark to Bridget and Billy. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Michelle, wait, chapter 10 is done? Does that mean your manuscript is done? No. See, here's what happened. When I started writing, I told myself I would work through the chapters sequentially. However, I have been a little bit not stressed out, but I have felt pressure when it comes to chapter 10 because that is what the book ends on, and I wanted to make sure it had the right tone and feeling, and I wanted to be able to convey certain things. So I decided to skip ahead just a little bit, get chapter 10 done. That way it kind of alleviates some pressure. Plus, I didn't want to feel like I had to shorten chapter 10 in order to stay within a word count. I wanted it to really express what I wanted to say. So here's the updated word count. I have 37,933 words, which if we subtract, let's do some math.
Math is hard.
Okay, so 45,000 minus 37,933 is 7,067. Divide that by 2 chapters left. Those 2 chapters each need to be about 3,533 and a half words. So that would be like the shortest of all the chapters, because I think my shortest chapter right now is like 3,600 words. So progress. Billy did tell me it's currently about 2 o'clock. He wants to meet at the gym at 4:30, which means I need to leave here at 4. So we're just gonna keep chugging away. I'm gonna go back and work on another chapter, but we're getting there. It is now Sunday, and unfortunately, I experienced my first bout of writer's block last night, which the fact that I made it basically 90% of the way through my book without experiencing any major writer's block is worthy of applause, in my opinion, but it was not fun. So yesterday, after the last clip I recorded, I wrote another like half of a chapter. So I got halfway through chapter 9 and went to the gym, came home, and I was determined I'm gonna finish chapter 9. And suddenly that wall appeared and the words were not flowing. I felt like everything I was writing was just crap, and I would erase it and rewrite it. It was a struggle. I stayed up until around 1 a.m. attempting to get chapter 9 done. At one point, I even had to go downstairs and have Billy sit next to me, and I'm like, I just need to like brain vomit and think out loud in order to try to formulate some sentences. We worked for an hour and still only got like a little paragraph. So I had to just call it quits, go to bed, and try again today. Ironically, I woke up at like 6 a.m., had to go to the bathroom, but as I woke up, it's like my brain was trying to formulate paragraphs. It's almost like I had been dreaming about writing and my brain was trying to put sentences together. I don't remember any of it. Like it was just a big, jumbled mess in my head, but I thought that was very ironic. So today, Sunday, I've not had a lot of time to write. I had to meet with Bridget this morning. We had to record podcast episodes. I had to edit podcast episodes. I had to go to the gym. But I did have a chunk of about 3 hours, and I decided not to go back to chapter 9 yet. So instead, I wrote about half of chapter 8. So currently, it is 4:43. Billy and I are leaving in about 10 minutes to go zip lining for his birthday, which I'm very excited about. And I think it'll be good to get out and just go do something, get my mind off of it for a while. And I have half of chapter 8 and a little bit of chapter 9 to finish. I'm currently at basically 42,000 words, so around 3,000 left. I don't think I'm gonna get much done tonight, but I will check in with you tomorrow. I think, I don't wanna jinx myself, but I think we might be finishing this manuscript on Monday. And yes, you are now included in this process, so I said we. I love the embers just peeking over my shoulder. It is Monday. In fact, it is Monday, kind of almost evening time. It's 4:48 p.m. This is not glamorous. Hair's a hot mess. I have my empty salad bowl from lunch, but my manuscript is officially done. Let me catch you up a little bit. Last night when Billy and I got back from ziplining, which was amazing, by the way, I did work in bed for maybe 30 minutes. And at that point, I had basically 2,500 words left to write today, being Monday. And I had mentally committed to finishing my manuscript today, which is even an extra day ahead of schedule compared to what I said at the beginning of this vlog. Fast forward to this morning, and my body was like, no, Michelle, we're not gonna make it that easy on you. I sat down to start writing, and within about 10 minutes, I could feel the onset of a migraine, which for me usually presents itself as visual auras and just a really, really intense feeling at the front of my head before it like comes on as a full migraine. So I felt that coming on. I went ahead and took some medicine. I was like, I'm just gonna be preventative. We're gonna try to, you know, nip it in the bud before it actually hits. I'm sorry, I'm speaking a million words a minute.
I was trying to slow you down.
Because I'm excited. So I'll be honest, I worked for a couple hours and it was a struggle, but I was trying to force myself to work through it. Took a break, meal prepped, came back, and thankfully started feeling better. So I was able just to crank through the last little bit of my manuscript. Couple funny things to share with you. First of all, this is where my level of motivation was at. I had to write on a sticky note, basically from 1,500 words on in increments of 100 and cross them off. So it was like, okay, 1,400 words left, 1,300 words left, 1,200 words left. And this is very on brand for me. My manuscript is exactly 45,000 words, which I did not do on purpose. It's just a very ironic coincidence of the whole thing. But like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm officially ending this vlog with a completed manuscript. I do feel proud of myself. No, I'm not gonna get all cheesy and start crying, am I? But this is a goal that I have had for myself since I was in college, but didn't fully believe that I would ever achieve it. And the fact that I can now sit here and say I've submitted a completed manuscript, and not just any completed manuscript, but one that I actually feel really proud of, is a good feeling. So I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I will give you other updates along the way, but right now I kind of go into like waiting mode before I can make edits and things like that. First class teaching, 10 lessons you don't learn in college, will be out this spring. If you're excited, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button if you want more, you know, content from me. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future content. And as always, thank you for watching. I love you so much. Don't forget to put your positive pants on, and I will catch you in the next one.